share, and subscribe. It's time to tap on in. Let's get it. A year done passed since I flipped the dough. The coolest dude on YouTube, newest hippest show. From old school to new and I'm blessed to still flow. I edit these videos to uplift your souls. I be that spiffy bro you'll get to know. So like, share, subscribe to the channel and get more. Feel free, leaving a comment and more. If you wanna be entertained, open your eyes and let's go. We get flowers over here, you hear me though? Every artist, every genre, we switching it up though. Click that button to witness these videos by MCDOK, Spiffy Bro, so now you know. Y'all can subscribe, y'all can like and share. Leave a message here, leave a message there. Whatever the video you rock to, yo, just give thumbs up. Y'all can subscribe, y'all can like and share. Leave a message here and leave a message there. But whatever the video you rock to, yo, just give thumbs up. Thanks to all my subscription friends for rocking with your boy from beginning to end. So go share this with all your friends and yo, just give thumbs up. All right, y'all, what's poppin', man? It's the coolest dude on YouTube, man, and we finna come with some gossip, you know what I'm saying? Allegations, you know what I'm saying? I guess assumptions, some allegedlys, you know what I'm saying? But it's like it's just getting more weird now, you know what I'm saying? That the fact that Diddy is up in jail. So now with these 50 Cent tapes, man, I'm telling you, it's like, you know, people is like really releasing these tapes to this dude because he out there giving them some cash. Like, hey, let me get that. That's why he holding stuff over people's heads right about now. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all would say that the snitching is cold or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? And I look at it like it basically is. You taking food out of another man's mouth. You know what I'm saying? You putting them out of his house, and you know you're depleting his billions. You know what I'm saying, into regular millions. And that's kind of cold, but it's like if he did everything that he did, he just deserved it. Anybody that do it. It ain't no race thing either, though. And we finna get to these allegations, though, man. Genedeal, he basically came, you know what I'm saying, had some footage just as well. And they was gonna do the little docu-series together, you feel me? But 50 went on with somebody else to put out what they put out, but they left out some stuff. So Genedeal's supposed to be revealing what, you know, 50 left out. So there's a couple of more extra powerful people that 50, I guess, didn't really want to, like, you know, air out. You know what I mean? He only got the beef with, you know, shit with Puffy so far, and then Jay. You know what I'm saying? But let's get to the allegations, man, the speculations and the allegedly, man. Let's see what's going down. Holler at your boy.
Diddy really screwed up, and I'm not referring to his criminal trial, which has him sitting in prison right now, but it has to do with something that happened right before he got arrested. If you've seen the Netflix documentary about Diddy, Diddy The Reckoning, which 50 Cent produced, there's some footage there that had never been seen before. This is a photographer that Diddy hired to follow him around and document his life. That footage ended up going to 50 Cent.
And maybe that's what Snoop went through, I don't know. But let the people know, because it was too early back then. You know, Pac just had died.
So this one night, 50 called me up, and you know, they got him on the phone, man. He was just talking, we was talking about old time shit, you know, sit down with Black Hands, sit down with, you know, with Puff Kids, the whole Puff situation, and this documentary that he's gonna be doing.
When 50 Cent dropped his Netflix documentary Sean Combs' The Reckoning, most people thought the story was finally centered where it belonged, on Diddy, his rise, his power, and his fall. But almost immediately, a new wave of online videos and commentary started shifting the spotlight. This time, the name being pulled into the chaos was Snoop Dogg. Headlines began floating around saying Snoop was panicking, hiding, or even being protected because of footage that was supposedly kept out of the documentary. Some voices went even further, claiming that what Genedeal and others were hinting at made Snoop look worse than Diddy.
Hey, that's facts, though, man. It's like, you know, he basically like buddies with Pac, you know what I'm saying? But he the one that, you know, tried to get Pac shot the first time and then allegedly made sure that it got done the second time. And then you're going to go hang with the op, you know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, shit, Snoop probably did have something to do with it. Never know. All that money they got, man, it's like they can do whatever they want and ain't nobody going to say nothing. or they don't care if people say nothing. I know if I was a billionaire and whatever I did, I wouldn't even care what nobody say, put it like that. So that's how they feel. Let's go.
These claims spread fast, fueled by old interviews, blurry clips, prison phone calls, and a lot of speculation stitched together to sound convincing. Social media did what it always does in moments like this. It amplified fear, mystery, and suspicion. Suddenly, fans were asking why Snoop was quiet, whether 50 Cent knew more than he showed, and whether the industry was about to expose another legendary figure. But when you slow the story down and separate facts from rumors, a very different picture starts to emerge. One that involves internet exaggeration, recycled accusations, and a dangerous habit of turning speculation into assumed guilt. In this video, we are going to carefully walk through where these claims came from, what genedeal actually suggested, what 50 Cent's documentary did and did not show, and how Snoop Dogg has actually responded. Most importantly, we will look at what is confirmed, what is denied, and what remains unproven as the Diddy fallout continues to shake the industry.
See, y'all don't know who to trust. It's like, you know what I'm saying? He with death row. Pac is on death row. Y'all going out touring together. Y'all buddies. You know what I'm saying? And this dude do not like Puffy. But, I mean, not saying that Snoop didn't have to like him either, because their kids were cool. You feel me? But it's like, man, he could have kept it balanced, in other words.
Check out this audio from Suge Knight. It's from his podcast with Dave Mays. And he's speaking on, you know, Tupac and Snoop being cool and how, you know, after Tupac got killed, Snoop started hanging out with Diddy. And, you know, he also speaks on how, you know, Snoop, he did the Steve Harvey show with Diddy after Tupac got killed. Check this out.
Okay. Let's download it right now.
Then you look at the scenario how everybody used Pac to make their stuff famous or make their project better. You got people who use their songs with Pac and tell them how much they love Pac, but they do songs with Puffy. You got Steve Harvey, old bitch ass, you know, this motherfucker telling, well, Pac, according to everybody else, he brings Snoop and Puffy on there and say, these are dudes who running this in the East Coast, West Coast.
What's up, Snoop? What's up, huh?
Hey, whoa, wait a minute, fellas here, hold up. You know, I know all about this East Coast, West Coast rivalry thing here, but we in Chicago now. This rivalry stuff, we gotta stop it, man. We stop that, we stop a lot of this violence.
Yo, Steve, check this, man. All that East Coast, West Coast stuff is a bunch of media hype. It's been my dog from day one, you know what I'm saying? It's all good between me and him. That's my peoples.
For real, that's what we came in for. We came in to light it up and ride it up. We make music happen.
Now, Pac, if you love Pac so much, how you with the motherfucker that everybody say got something to do with the first get down that happened to Pac in New York, then the second one.
What you think about Suge comments? And I never asked you this before, but did you have an issue with Snoop hanging out with Diddy after Tupac got killed?
I always felt that was wrong. I'm gonna just keep it real. I'm talking about from that, like now, okay, you know what I mean? I'm 46, Snoop probably early 50s. If he figured out now, he might go by the opinion like, okay, Puffy had nothing to do with Pac, you know, we grown now. If he wanna be his friend, no problem. But back then, that was just awkward. You know what I mean? And the reason why it was awkward to me that I never even like it because you knew how Pac felt about this individual. You know what I mean? Even if you don't agree with him, you probably could have said, you know what, I probably ain't gonna come out, you know, publicly with this because until things clear up, so I really know I could be certain that, you know, they didn't have nothing to do with Pac. But it's like, it was no, you know, okay, it is what it is. So that I never really respected that back then.
So you had an issue with it, you didn't like it?
Never really liked it. It just was a strange look because you was Pac boy. You know what I mean? Puffy, you know, it's clear they had some issues with Pac. And Pac died and all of a sudden you chilling with Puffy. Back then it just, okay, now you can say what you want. You all grandfathers, I guess. You know what I mean? That's different now. But back then I think it was weird, it was tasteless. You know what I mean? It didn't seem like you really had that much love for Pac. You could have just, you know what I mean? Unless he pressured them or like questioned Puffy, like, yo, what's up with this? What's up with that? Then you could say, you know what I mean? No problem.
Snoop Dogg's name did not appear in court documents. It did not appear in indictments. It did not appear in the federal charges that sent Diddy to prison. Yet online, his name started trending alongside some of the darkest accusations imaginable. The reason comes down to proximity and history. Snoop.
Man, I hate hearing my favorite rappers, that's thugs, gangbangers, they claim to either be a Crip or a Blood, and then come to find out that they got like super skeletons in their closets, man. That's crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, it's like they in a position to where there's so many women out there. I'm not gonna knock nobody for what they do, but it's too many women out there for them to be grabbing on little dudes and little kids and, you know, trying to hump on bigger dudes just to have something over their head. That's crazy. And then it's like all the videos that he, like, you know, secretly recorded, it came against them. That's stupid. Sometimes you got to keep your cameras off, y'all. Stop playing. You ain't gotta film everything.
Has been in the industry for decades. He crossed paths with Diddy, Suge Knight, and nearly every major power player during hip-hop's most chaotic years. Genedeal, a former bodyguard associated with Diddy, has been one of the loudest voices since the documentary dropped. In interviews and reaction clips, he suggested that certain people were nervous because not everything made it into the final cut. That single idea was enough for rumor channels to run wild. They claimed that 50 Cent held back footage, names, and details to avoid blowing the doors off the entire industry. Snoop became a convenient target because he is famous, visible, and connected to both coasts. Old clips were dragged back into circulation. Prison interviews from Suge Knight were reposted. Unverified testimony connected to flash drives allegedly belonging to Kim Porter was repeated, as if it were already proven. The internet created a narrative where silence equaled guilt and visibility equaled involvement. But none of these pieces, when examined on their own, actually prove wrongdoing by Snoop Dogg. They only prove that he existed in the same industry at the same time.
I believe somebody mentioned that they seen a video with me and the dude Prodigy or one of the dudes from ID, as if I was with. They don't know the backdrop of that. I went to his hotel room ready to fight. Like, bro, I'll fight everybody in that room one-on-one. Even if I lose, it doesn't matter. The Outlaws was with me. My homie Tiny, the Mexican homie, was with me. I didn't go there and say, let me get in a video with these guys. I went there knocking on their door, doom, doom, doom. Tell them dudes to come out. What's up with y'all? What's up with you and Pop?
I did that before too. You know what I'm saying? Knocked on the door and like, hey, disrupted their whole party by myself. You know what I'm saying? A Crip party. Real talk though. It ain't about me. I'm just saying. Yeah, everybody else need a gang of dudes to go with them to go do stuff. I don't. You know, that's the difference.
You got a problem with Pop because we could just fight like man to man, face to face, and then shake hands. That was my approach with them. But when they told me they didn't have no problem, I don't mind being with you. You know what I mean? I don't mind shaking your hand because they told me they had love for Pop. So that's different, you know what I mean? If he come out and say, well, I already, you know, I questioned Puffy about it. I believe that he didn't, you know, he loved Pac. That's my opinion. I can move the way I want to move. So when people try to, I noticed somebody, I think on your page do that, where Napoleon was in the video with Mobb Deep. They don't know how I got in that video with Mobb Deep, you know what I mean? I pulled up on him and just, but I'm the type of person, I never been a bully type of person. You know what I mean? If I talk to a person like a man and they tell me face to face, look, I got love for Pac, I'm comfortable to know if I can look in their eyes, if I believe what they said, I have the right to say, okay, no problem, I believe you. You know what I mean? And maybe that's what Snoop went through, I don't know. But let the people know, because it was too early back then. You know, Pac just had died. You know what I mean? Like, he had the right to say, the reason why I'm rolling with Puffy, I questioned him about my homie, he gave me this answer. So then he did what he had to do, but it just, you know what I mean? I never really agree with that, to be honest. The same way I couldn't be on the stage with him. When they wanted to do that tribute, I just couldn't do it. Like, I really felt in my heart, like, man, I can't believe this about that.
This is where the danger begins. When proximity replaces evidence, stories stop being about truth and start becoming about suspicion. And in moments like this, the loudest voices are rarely the most accurate. Sean Combs, The Reckoning, was never marketed as an industry-wide takedown. It was focused on Diddy. The documentary traced his rise through Bad Boy Records, his influence, and the system that protected him for years. Victim testimonies were centered, patterns of control and exploitation were examined, And, most importantly, it followed the legal reality that led to his conviction and 50-month prison sentence. What the documentary did not do is accuse random celebrities without evidence. It did not name Snoop Dogg as a participant in any crimes. It did not present footage showing him involved in wrongdoing.
But it was a conflict of interest, you know what I'm saying? For the simple fact that you with your boy, but then you really like this dude over here. So you wasn't even really like fucking with your boy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
The idea that 50 Cent secretly protected Snoop is speculation, not fact. Curtis Jackson has been very clear in interviews. He exposed what he could verify and what his legal team could stand behind.
Diddy was doing a documentary thinking he was going to come out triumphant.
Yeah, I didn't know that's how this started, is he started filming himself and getting this footage because he thought he was going to beat everything. Okay,
Diddy
that makes sense. Okay.
Has a relationship
with Netflix. I knew that.
With
Ted Sarandis. I saw that. Yes. Okay.
And he's filming it there, but of course, when you get, you know, obviously it wasn't a clean sweep on the prosecutor's side, but you're still going to prison.
Yeah.
He basically kind of scraps it. It's not the, you know, also Netflix is saying, because they commissioned it, right? Netflix is saying, all right, cool, just turn over what you got, and what we'll do, we'll make it what it is because we're just following reality. Diddy's like, well, hold on now. If I lost the case, I'm down to still do it with you, but I got to be able to control it. Now, you know, Diddy was probably going to kind of shape this doc to make it look like, hey, you know, this was malicious prosecution. They kind of went really hard at me. I'm not a perfect guy, but I am a good guy.
Yeah.
And Diddy was like, I need to be able to craft it. And Netflix was like, no, you're not. And he's like,
well, my question is, did he sign the footage over to Netflix so they own it? Like, how were they able to do this without his?
No.
They got infiltrated, and people that had the camera footage or whatever eventually like didn't care. They got paid for releasing them footages, just like the one when they called it Kim, when he was not Kim, Cassie, when he was beating up Cassie in the elevator. He had paid them not to, you know, show that, but then it's like it's still surfaced though. You know what I'm saying? So somebody getting paid, man. That's what it's about, y'all. People like, hey, you give me that, I give you this. The barter system, dog, is still going down.
But he didn't pay for it. So essentially, they're calling it a payment error. So essentially,
family,
the deal falls apart. Or he's like, we're not going to do this.
So awkward.
And the people who did the work that have all this footage, they're like, so wait, you told us to film because this is going to be on Netflix. Now you're saying Netflix doesn't exist. And we're not getting paid because Diddy was going to pay with Netflix money. And
so baby girl, I'll see
Netflix realized this, and they went to the filmers and said, hey, give us the footage.
If anything, the documentary showed restraint. In a media climate that rewards shock, it avoided naming people unless their involvement was backed by records or testimony that could hold up under scrutiny. That is why the claims about hidden footage remain just that. Claims. No one has produced verified clips. No court filings reference Snoop. No investigators have named him as a suspect or target. Ironically, Snoop publicly supported 50 Cent after the documentary dropped. He even posted statements aligning himself with Curtis, making it clear there was no tension between them. That alone contradicts the idea that Snoop was scared of what 50 Cent might reveal. Fear does not usually look like public support.
We're going to look at this through the prism of a modern-day rhetorical genius. A modern-day rhetorical genius. We're talking about the one, the great, the 50 Cent. All right, this guy's skill at rhetoric is absolutely next level. And this totally ties in with, you know, how he famously is a big fan of Sun Tzu, The Art of War. Now, rhetoric with a capital R, I can just give you the definition of that. That's basically public speech, particularly public speech that is to persuade. Any persuasive public speech is rhetoric, right? Now, we kind of break that down into two subcategories of rhetoric with a lowercase r and dialectic. Rhetoric is essentially everything else. And really, what moves the needle with like 97% of people and 100% of groups, okay, is in fact rhetoric with the lowercase r. So again, stuff like this, 50 Cent is an absolute master of. Basically, you know, he dropped this doc, this 50, this Sean Puffy Combs doc, and it's just kind of set the internet on fire. It's beating out Stranger Things. Like, it's a wild ride to watch, right? And one of the things that he does is he breaks down Diddy's character on Diddy's own terms.
One of the most repeated talking points comes from testimony by Courtney Burgess, who claimed to possess flash drives allegedly linked to Kim Porter. According to Burgess, these drives contained images and videos showing celebrities in compromising situations. Online creators quickly filled in the blanks with names, including Snoop Dogg. But here is what often gets left out. Kim Porter's children publicly denied the authenticity of any supposed memoir or materials attributed to her. Federal authorities have not confirmed the content of these drives.
That's great.
And in official context, individuals appearing in such material are treated as potential victims, not automatic perpetrators. No verified document names Snoop Dogg. No confirmed footage has been released. Yet, speculation turned implication into assumption. This is how misinformation grows. A suggestion becomes a rumor. A rumor becomes a headline. A headline becomes a belief. It is also important to understand that possession of unverified material does not equal proof of crimes. Courts require context, corroboration, and credibility. Internet commentary requires none of those things. That gap is where reputations get damaged without due process. So, when people claim Snoop is panicking because of flash drives, they are skipping every step that matters. There is no evidence he has been questioned. There is no indication he is under investigation. And there is no legal action connected to his name as of December 2025.
Keep your cameras off
because he wanted them to both Suge and Pac.
In the car?
They only Pac, and they don't Suge. So allegedly, they got paid $500,000. The $500,000 was paid to the guy on the right, all the way to the right. You see the guy on the right?
Corey.
He's the one allegedly that got the $500,000, and that money never went to Keefe or anybody else. The guy on the left is the one that stole the chain, the chain, which was a Death Row Records chain. That's a way of saying I got your rapper's chain, because if you were one of the guys, Death Row. So long story short, this whole thing is a recording that he said this. So what does Diddy do? Rob, can you pull up this song? It's a song called Black Rob, featuring Mark Curry and Mario Winans. If you can just type in lyrics, okay? So he gets $1 million. Can you go to the lyrics? And Diddy's in the lyrics when he gets started. Go a little bit lower.
Oh, yeah.
Can you type in the word in there, Rob? Nice guy. Type Control F, nice guy. Okay, right there. Look at it's 1999. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Been nice too long. I'm just gonna start making y'all disappear. Man, first I'm gonna take your records off the radio. Then I'm gonna erase your social security number. You know, take your birth certificate out, flies. I'm gonna do your whole effing family. Ain't nothing but mercy. And then, by the way, in the lyrics, he says, I'll drop $1 million on your head to erase you.
Yeah.
Can you type in, I'll drop $1 million, just put Control F.
Yeah.
Just go to Google and type this out. I'll drop $1 million on your head. I'll drop $1 million on your head, and just put Diddy next to it. Right there. See, it says Black Rob. What song came up? I'll drop $1 million on your head. Erase you and your whole family, biatch.
Wow.
He's saying it in the song on what he did to get rid of Tupac.
Right.
What an idiot.
Suge Knight has accused Snoop Dogg of many things over the years. He has claimed betrayal, guilt, and involvement in dark moments surrounding Tupac Shakur's death. These accusations resurface every time the industry faces a reckoning. but they are not new, and they are not proven. Suge has made these claims from prison, often during interviews that generate attention precisely because of their controversy. Snoop has consistently denied them, calling them lies rooted in resentment and rivalry. Law enforcement investigations into Tupac's death have never charged Snoop Dogg.
For being out there and allowing Misa to come out there to make money, however she was doing it, to feed her family. He vowed down that it's like, yo, I ain't never f***ing with her again, and I ain't never f***ing with him again. Puff and Suge had a conversation behind the House of Blues about was we all right, and Tupac was alive. Tupac wasn't dead. So if it was a war, Suge ain't having no conversation with Puff about we good. I know he could be doing a Hoboken hustle, trying to fool a brother. But had he killed my man or some like that, I wouldn't have no conversation with Puff. I'd been like, yo, you know what y'all niggas done? You know what happened?
That's crazy. That's what y'all would have said.
And it wasn't no conversation like that, brother. It wasn't no conversation whereas that, you know, Suge made Puff feel like, I'm gonna get you a payback for what happened to Jake. This was more so that Puff, for whatever reason, Suge, for whatever reason, he was mad at Puff. And Puff, for whatever reason he was mad at Suge, it was between them two.
Exactly.
It wasn't no whole East Coast wanted the West Coast dead, and the West Coast wanted East Coast to dead, because they still was going out, still chilling, still at places with each other. It was Bad Boy, and it was Death Row. It was no East Coast and no West Coast. West Coast dudes were still coming out on the East Coast getting love. East Coast niggas was still going out on the West Coast getting love. It was Bad Boy versus Death Row. And that's what it was, bro. And it was because of the two CEOs. But Suge tried to straighten it out. I gotta get at the Suge. The Death Row East Coast, the Death Row East was going to bring in Eric B. It was going to bring in Big D. And those brothers was from the East Coast. So now, they was looking for a representative to come to the meeting from Bad Boy so they could straighten out the between Pac and Big and Death Row and Bad Boy. And Puff is the one who refused. Puff is the one to refuse to send a representative or either come himself. And got mad at Zip and them because they were in the Mirage on 57th Street partying with Suge Knight. Got mad at them. And Zip hung up the phone on him behind that.
But what you mean by more?
Yet online narratives treat repetition as confirmation. The more a claim is repeated, the more real it feels, even if it has never been substantiated. That psychological effect is powerful, and content creators know it. What gets lost is context. Suge and Snoop's relationship collapsed decades ago. Their business fallout, personal conflicts, and public feuds are well documented. Accusations made under those conditions require skepticism, not blind acceptance. Recycling these claims now does not make them stronger. It only makes them louder.
So, I don't know where you get all the extras from when they had a conversation at the hospital and all that. That's absolutely not true. Say less, if you know what I mean. But instead of just saying less, since I've been in here, Snoop and other people
cut the heater on.
People trying to bail the guy
Nah,
out.
theirs out there.
Because he talking too much.
Chilly.
Raising them trying to do stuff for Puffy because they say he
So
talking
far,
too
they
much.
in here with us. So I cut it
They
on
even had
spoon. I just
somebody
cut theirs off.
talk
They
to me
outside.
and say, hey,
Everybody heater
you
on.
help him get free. I said, look, I don't have nothing to do with none of that, and I'm not leaving prison to go to Nobody County Jail. To the point they were saying, well, you can't leave and sacrifice a little bit in the county jail to stop that black man from getting life? Hell the no. I ain't wishing bad on him at all, because I don't want to see nobody go to prison. And like I told you last time, since I find out more details about certain things, I probably would go to the Vegas County Jail if me and Keefy D with Sellies. We'll have a good conversation after I give him, 6 upside his head, another 6 in his body, and another 2. But yeah, that's definitely didn't happen with Snoop didn't go to the hospital. That's a lie.
One of the biggest talking points was the idea that Snoop Dogg suddenly went silent after the documentary dropped. But that claim falls apart with even basic checking. Snoop continued posting. He commented on music, business, and even showed public support for 50 Cent. The idea of disappearance came from selective viewing. When someone wants to believe a narrative, they ignore anything that contradicts it. Snoop did not issue panic statements. He did not delete accounts. He did not retreat from public life. He continued focusing on his businesses, including Death Row Records. Silence can sometimes mean strategy, but in this case, there was not even silence. There was just a refusal to respond to rumors that do not deserve oxygen.
Get in that heat.
Shout out the gym. Doing my workout boxing. Sure, you right. History would repeat itself. Cause nigga, you wasn't the only nigga in the room, nigga. You wasn't by yourself. It was other people in the room too. I'm not gonna say no names because like you said, we don't talk. So why you on here talking? Let that go, man. And as far as Snoop and Corrupt writing my album, you ask them niggas that. Them niggas ain't wrote my album. Corrupt helped me with Do You See? Snoop helped me with This DJ. Other than that, everything else I wrote. So that's where you wrong at again. And as far as the tough guy, do you recall when we was at the World Club and the said Death Row and NWA? Who fired on that? Me. When you was at the Comedy Store, fighting that little buff ass at the Comedy Store, who saved your motherfucking ass? Me and C-Style. So what have I done to you? For you to launch out at me? Look, don't get mad at me, man. I ain't never done nothing to you. I wasn't signed to you. So
the difference between Snoop Dogg and Diddy right now is not popularity, it is evidence. Diddy's conviction came from years of investigation, testimony, and legal findings. Snoop's situation is built entirely on association and speculation. Federal updates as of December 2025 confirm no charges, no indictments, and no active cases against Snoop Dogg. That matters. In a time when many powerful figures are being exposed, silence from law enforcement is not protection, it is absence of proof. The industry is being shaken, but not everyone caught in the tremors is guilty. And confusing rumor with reality only weakens the truth when it actually matters.
In a documentary, there's a couple things I'll share with you guys on what I took away from it. But Rob, maybe share the clip on how he got access to some of the footage of the documentary. Is this the one, Rob?
Yep.
Go for it.
How did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps. Combs' team firing back in a statement to NBC News, saying the Netflix so-called documentary is a shameful hit piece and that they relied on stolen footage that was never authorized for release. His team sending a cease and desist to Netflix.
Yeah, so that doesn't mean it's not true. Of
course.
But they relied on stolen footage okay, is what they relied on. And then they ask about the history of 50 and him, issue that they've had. What's the one you just pulled up, Rob?
This is where they talk about the feud, and then I also have 50 Cent talking about Diddy's reaction to the documentary.
Yeah, that's so funny. That is so funny. But watch this one here. Go ahead, Rob.
How do you respond to people who say that it's more about the disdain that you have for Sean Combs than it is for giving the victims a platform?
What they consider a pre-existing beef, right, for 20 years, right, is me being uncomfortable with him suggesting that he takes me shopping, or I looked at it like it was like a tester, like maybe you'll come play with me, type of thing, right? And it's not personal.
I think it's important to also let people know that the show is not completely the perspectives of people that did not like Sean. We weren't trying to just get the highlights, the salacious details, you know, that the real goal was to storytell. And not everyone needed to have an allegation to be a part of this project.
Yeah, I mean, so that's that part, right? The fact that the feud with the two of them, hey, let me take you shopping. Like, you say that to a girl in the 50s, like, what are you talking about? Take me shopping. How do you ever flip a mind? You want to take me shopping? And then last but not least, Rob, the other clip you have of 50 is talking about how he thinks Diddy's going to like this documentary. Go ahead, Rob.
If Sean Combs watches this, what do you think he's going to feel?
Like, wow, this is amazing. I think he's going to say this is the best documentary I've seen in a long time.
You can't even hold it.
Because you'll see people saying that. I mean, he may feel a different way about pieces and bits of it, but he knows the truth. I think he'll see the truth in it.
Right now, Snoop Dogg sits at the center of one of the internet's favorite habits, turning mystery into accusation, turning old grudges into new evidence, turning speculation into fear. But when you strip away the dramatic titles and reaction videos, what remains is simple. There is no verified footage. There are no charges. There is no disappearance. The real story is not about Snoop panicking. It is about how fast narratives are built when an empire collapses and everyone nearby becomes a suspect by association. As the Diddy fallout continues and more truths come out, the question is not who the internet wants next. The real question is this: will the truth be allowed to speak louder than the rumors, or will speculation keep deciding guilt before facts ever get a chance? Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button so that you never miss out on any new videos. And until then, fam, keep it real.
Hey, so all I can say is, man, it could be allegations or speculations or whatever, but all the receipts are coming together. So now when you look at them dates and you look at what's on them receipts, which is the photos and the videos, that's when you know that's when they telling the truth. So we can't really tell, like he said, you know, if you ain't got the actual video, but therefore somebody got it. It just ain't got to us yet. You know what I'm saying? You probably got to look on the dark web, y'all. But we up out of here, man. Coolest Dude on YouTube. Like, share, subscribe. We ain't trying to blast nobody. We ain't trying to, you know, put nobody down. We just want to know the facts, because these are people that we like and we, you know, listen to their music and we cared about what they was doing with their shit. You know what I'm saying? But then to come out like y'all was like that, and then towards your own people, it'll draw you away from people like that. So that's why we want to know. We ain't in their business. We don't care. We just want to know, like, is that's what that person about? Oh, so when they make another song, I ain't listening to that because I already know it's hidden messages in it. We up out of here, baby. Coolest Dude on YouTube. Hit Squad. And Reckless. You know what I'm saying? MCDOK, baby. We came to do this. You heard?